Chosen one, there is something important you need to understand about what has been happening around you. Much of what challenged you was never random. It was the result of external pressures, conditioned beliefs, and subtle influences designed to keep you disconnected from your purpose. Society teaches limitation before it teaches truth, and fear is often passed down as protection disguised as wisdom. But at some point, you began to question what you were taught. You chose self-awareness, personal responsibility, and alignment with your inner values. That decision created a shift, not just internally, but energetically. When you change how you think, act, and respond, your environment must change as well. This is how growth works. Obstacles become lessons, resistance turns into redirection, and clarity replaces confusion. Understanding this process allows you to move forward with confidence instead of doubt, faith instead of fear. Before we continue unpacking this message and how to apply it in your own life, take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 30,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11. This small action reinforces your intention to grow, learn, and stay aligned with the path you're choosing. Life often tests us in ways we don't immediately understand. Hidden pressures, subconscious fears, and outdated beliefs can quietly hold us back, shaping our actions without our awareness. Recognizing these forces is crucial, because only when we shine light on them can we reclaim our power and direct our lives intentionally. Understanding the importance of alignment with our inner truth transforms not just personal growth, but the trajectory of our entire lives. In my view, the greatest breakthroughs happen when we consciously decide to step beyond fear and old habits. Courage, self-awareness, and authenticity are not just abstract ideas, they are tools that allow us to navigate challenges with grace and purpose. When we commit to living from our truth, opportunities that once seemed impossible start appearing naturally, and obstacles transform into lessons and stepping stones. Behind the scenes of everyday life, there are often subtle influences shaping our decisions. From societal expectations to cultural norms, many of these pressures are invisible but profoundly impactful. They quietly guide behavior, sometimes against our best interests, nudging us into patterns of doubt, procrastination, or self-sabotage. By recognizing these hidden agendas, we gain clarity and the freedom to make choices that genuinely reflect who we are. Imagine working tirelessly toward a goal only to feel inexplicably stuck. Often, the unseen hands of old programming or external pressure are at play. Whether it's a family expectation, peer influence, or deeply ingrained belief, these forces create invisible boundaries that limit growth. Awareness of this is the first step toward liberation, allowing us to step into life with intentionality rather than unconscious compliance. Breaking free from these hidden influences requires courage and persistence. It's about questioning long-held beliefs, evaluating where external input has shaped our decisions, and choosing what aligns with our authentic self. This doesn't happen overnight, but each moment of conscious awareness chips away at the unseen barriers holding us back. Consider historical figures or modern visionaries. They often succeeded because they refused to be confined by unseen rules or societal pressures. Their awareness of these hidden influences allowed them to take paths that others might have considered unconventional or risky, yet ultimately life-changing. Ultimately, discovering and addressing hidden agendas is a profound act of empowerment. It's a declaration that you are the author of your own journey, capable of navigating life not as a passive participant, but as a conscious creator of your reality. Many of us carry invisible chains in the form of habits and thought patterns. These patterns may have once served a purpose, helping us survive childhood challenges or navigate difficult environments, but over time, they often become limiting. The mind's comfort with familiar routines can keep us from exploring new opportunities or taking risks that could lead to growth. Old patterns can appear as self-doubt, fear of failure, procrastination, or even constant overthinking. They quietly whisper, "You're not ready," or "This isn't possible," subtly shaping choices and discouraging bold action. Recognizing these patterns is not about blame, it's about understanding the mechanisms that unconsciously guide our behavior. Breaking these cycles demands self-compassion and deliberate effort. Journaling, mindfulness, or seeking guidance can help identify recurring behaviors that no longer serve us. By consciously stepping beyond the familiar, we reclaim our potential and move from survival mode to a life of creativity, freedom, and fulfillment. Life is influenced by energies and forces beyond the visible, from the natural rhythms of the universe to the ripple effects of human intention. Unseen forces shape outcomes in subtle but profound ways. Understanding and respecting this dynamic can transform how we approach challenges, relationships, and opportunities. Consider the way small acts of kindness, focus, or clarity often return multiplied results in unexpected ways. These unseen forces operate like a network of invisible connections, where alignment with purpose can create synchronicity and unexpected breakthroughs. Science even supports this. The field of quantum physics suggests that observation and intention can influence outcomes in ways we are only beginning to understand. By tuning into these forces, we can act strategically rather than reactively. Awareness allows us to recognize patterns, anticipate challenges, and position ourselves for alignment with opportunities that support our growth. It's about cultivating sensitivity to the subtle energies that flow around us every day. Real-life examples abound. Innovators, artists, and leaders often describe moments when circumstances seem to just fall into place after committing fully to a vision. These moments are rarely random. They are the tangible effects of unseen forces responding to courage, clarity, and alignment. Ultimately, understanding the power of unseen forces teaches humility, patience, and trust. It reminds us that while our actions matter profoundly, there's a larger web of energy and influence that supports those who move with intention and heart. Fear is a powerful driver of human behavior, but it often limits potential rather than protecting it. When we stop reacting impulsively to fear and instead respond consciously, a profound transformation occurs. Fear shifts from a controlling force into a teacher, revealing where growth and courage are needed. Consider the common fears we face: fear of failure, judgment, or uncertainty. Reacting to these fears often leads to hesitation, avoidance, or self-sabotage. But when we pause, breathe, and act from awareness rather than panic, we gain clarity. This approach turns fear from a barrier into a guide, pointing toward the areas where courage can have the greatest impact. Stepping beyond fear requires consistent practice. Simple daily actions, like speaking up in a meeting, starting a creative project, or expressing feelings honestly, gradually reduce fear's influence. Each small act of courage compounds over time, creating momentum that propels personal and professional growth. Examples abound in life and history. Those who face fear directly often discover new strengths, unlock opportunities, and inspire others to do the same. Fear, once confronted, loses its ability to dictate decisions and becomes a source of wisdom. Ultimately, when we stop reacting to fear, life becomes less a struggle against external circumstances and more a journey of purposeful action. We reclaim power, align with our inner truth, and attract opportunities that previously seemed out of reach. Every life-altering moment begins with a choice. This could be as simple as deciding to pursue a dream, speak your truth, or take a step outside your comfort zone. These pivotal choices are rarely dramatic at first. They often appear small, but carry enormous ripple effects. Making a conscious decision shifts the mind from reaction to creation. For example, choosing to focus on personal growth rather than external validation can alter relationships, career paths, and overall life satisfaction. One deliberate choice can set the tone for years of alignment and opportunity. These moments often require courage and self-trust. Listening to your inner voice, even when it conflicts with fear or societal pressure, is a hallmark of transformative decision-making. Such choices may initially feel risky, but the rewards are life-altering. Historical figures and ordinary people alike demonstrate this principle. Entrepreneurs who took risks, activists who challenged norms, and everyday individuals who pursued authenticity all experienced breakthroughs after consciously choosing a path aligned with purpose rather than fear. Ultimately, these defining moments remind us that life is not something that happens to us. It is something we actively shape. Each choice carries the potential to redefine not only our circumstances, but also our destiny. Obstacles are often seen as roadblocks, but they can be transformed into powerful catalysts for growth. Every challenge carries a hidden lesson, a chance to strengthen resilience and discover abilities we didn't know we had. When approached consciously, what feels like a setback becomes a springboard for progress. Consider someone who loses a job unexpectedly. Initially, it may seem devastating, but reframing it as an opportunity can reveal new career paths, creative ventures, or personal development possibilities. This shift in perspective changes the narrative from "why me" to "what can I learn and achieve?" Obstacles also reveal clarity about values and priorities. Facing difficulty forces reflection. What truly matters, which relationships are supportive, and which habits need changing. These insights are invaluable because they prevent future stagnation and guide conscious decision-making. Many successful individuals, from athletes overcoming injuries to entrepreneurs navigating failure, emphasize that obstacles taught them more than smooth sailing ever could. Each challenge revealed inner strengths and created a momentum that would have been impossible without adversity. Ultimately, obstacles are not enemies. They are teachers disguised as resistance. By embracing them, we unlock creative solutions, cultivate resilience, and pave a path toward opportunities that were previously invisible. Awareness is not just knowledge. It is the conscious observation of our thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. It allows us to respond intentionally rather than react unconsciously, giving us unprecedented control over our lives. The moment awareness becomes central, we gain clarity about which choices will bring growth and fulfillment. For example, noticing a recurring fear or self-doubt enables us to dissect its origins. Is it a childhood belief, societal expectation, or internalized criticism? Once identified, we can consciously decide whether it deserves our attention or if it should be released. Awareness turns abstract discomfort into actionable insight. Awareness also magnifies opportunities. When we are fully present, we notice possibilities that others overlook. A chance conversation, a subtle hint from intuition, or a synchronicity in timing. Being attuned to these details often leads to breakthroughs that feel almost magical. Many spiritual and psychological teachings emphasize that self-awareness is the foundation of growth. Meditation, journaling, and reflective practices are all tools to sharpen this skill. Individuals who cultivate awareness consistently report better decision-making, stronger relationships, and a sense of alignment with life's purpose. Ultimately, awareness is a weapon not against the world, but against our own limitations. It transforms fear, distraction, and unconscious patterns into conscious choices, empowering us to live authentically, courageously, and fully aligned with our true potential. Struggle often stems from resistance, resisting change, resisting growth, resisting uncertainty. Courage, however, aligns us with the flow of life. Acting boldly, even in the face of fear, signals to the universe that we are ready for opportunities, guidance, and support. Consider the difference between someone who fears public speaking versus someone who steps onto the stage despite trembling knees. The latter often discovers unexpected confidence, connection, and new doors opening as a result of their bravery. Struggle alone rarely produces these results. Courage transforms energy into results. Courage also inspires action from others. When you act decisively, your energy radiates confidence, drawing mentors, allies, and collaborators toward you. Conversely, those mired in struggle often attract only friction and resistance, as their focus remains on obstacles rather than solutions. Science even supports the power of courage. Studies show that exposure to challenging situations with a mindset of confidence strengthens resilience and neurological pathways, making future challenges easier to face. Courage is a multiplier. It amplifies results far beyond effort alone. Ultimately, life responds not to frantic struggle, but to focused courage. By stepping into our truth and acting boldly, we activate a chain reaction of alignment, opportunities, and synchronicities that transform challenges into stepping stones. Synchronicities are meaningful coincidences that often feel too perfect to be random. They act as signposts, guiding us toward choices, relationships, and opportunities that align with our true purpose. Noticing these moments requires presence, openness, and trust in life's unseen rhythms. For instance, thinking of a mentor and unexpectedly receiving their guidance, or encountering a book that perfectly addresses a current challenge, are examples of synchronicities. These moments serve as subtle confirmations that we are on the right path and encourage us to keep moving forward. Synchronicities often increase when we take aligned action. By acting with intention, clarity, and courage, we create the conditions for life to respond in kind. They are less about magic and more about being attuned to opportunities, patterns, and energies that others overlook. Many successful leaders and creatives report that synchronicities shaped pivotal moments in their careers or personal lives. These experiences reinforce the importance of trusting instincts and remaining open to guidance beyond our immediate understanding. Ultimately, synchronicities remind us that life is interconnected, purposeful, and intelligent. Recognizing and following these subtle nudges strengthens trust, reduces anxiety, and aligns us with the flow of opportunities waiting to unfold. Authenticity is the act of living in alignment with your deepest values, desires, and beliefs. When we embrace authenticity, hidden resistance, societal pressures, self-doubt, or past conditioning loses its power. Being true to yourself creates clarity, confidence, and momentum. Consider the professional who finally speaks their truth at work, or the individual who expresses creativity without fear of judgment. By aligning actions with inner truth, resistance from external forces diminishes because authenticity is magnetic. It draws the right support and repels unnecessary obstacles. Authenticity also deepens connection. People resonate with honesty and courage, creating meaningful relationships and opportunities that were previously blocked by pretense or fear. Hidden resistance often thrives in secrecy and avoidance. Authenticity dissolves it. Psychological studies show that authenticity is linked to higher well-being, lower anxiety, and increased resilience. Being authentic reduces internal conflict and conserves energy previously spent maintaining appearances or conforming to expectations. Ultimately, authenticity is transformative. It dismantles limitations, opens doors, and aligns life with purpose. Living authentically is a radical act of empowerment, inspiring both ourselves and those around us. Life is much like a river. Resisting its natural course leads to struggle, while flowing with it brings ease, clarity, and progress. Riding the flow doesn't mean passivity. It means aligning actions with timing, energy, and purpose, rather than forcing outcomes through sheer will alone. Consider entrepreneurs who pivot when circumstances change, rather than stubbornly sticking to a failing plan. Those who flow with the currents of life often discover opportunities others miss and achieve results faster and with less stress. The current becomes a collaborator rather than an adversary. Flow requires trust, awareness, and adaptability. By observing circumstances, listening to intuition, and taking inspired action, we leverage momentum instead of friction. This approach transforms challenges into catalysts for progress rather than barriers to success. Scientific research supports flow states. When fully engaged in aligned activity, individuals experience increased creativity, productivity, and well-being. Flow allows actions to feel effortless while producing maximum impact, turning ordinary moments into transformative experiences. Ultimately, riding the flow is a conscious choice to harmonize with life rather than fight it. It cultivates energy, reduces stress, and opens pathways that previously seemed closed, proving that alignment is more powerful than force. The spiritual journey teaches resilience, discernment, and deep self-knowledge. It emphasizes that growth comes not from avoiding challenges, but from embracing them with awareness, courage, and purpose. Life's trials serve as mirrors, reflecting both our potential and areas needing transformation. Spiritual wisdom often highlights the importance of alignment with inner truth. When actions reflect values, desires, and purpose, life becomes smoother, opportunities multiply, and internal resistance fades. Conversely, ignoring intuition leads to struggle and stagnation. Many spiritual teachers describe awakening as a shift from fear-based reactions to conscious choice. This transformation brings clarity, a sense of connection with life, and the ability to navigate challenges with grace rather than frustration. The path is not linear. Setbacks, doubts, and confusion are integral to learning and growth. They serve as lessons, encouraging reflection and refinement, ultimately strengthening character and resilience. Ultimately, the spiritual path shows that personal power is cultivated within. Awareness, authenticity, and courage are the tools that allow life to respond favorably, turning obstacles into catalysts for growth and opportunities into stepping stones. Setbacks are inevitable, but they are also rich with potential. The same applies to career setbacks, creative blocks, or personal challenges. Momentum comes from learning, adapting, and persisting despite adversity. Transforming setbacks requires emotional resilience. Feeling disappointment, anger, or frustration is natural, but lingering in these emotions without reflection limits growth. By acknowledging emotions and extracting lessons, energy shifts from stagnation to forward motion. History is full of examples. Inventors, leaders, and artists often experienced repeated failures before breakthroughs. Their resilience turned setbacks into learning opportunities, creating momentum that fueled success and innovation. Ultimately, setbacks are not obstacles. They are accelerators. They challenge, teach, and redirect, providing the momentum necessary to reach heights that smooth sailing alone could never achieve. Purpose is the compass that guides meaningful action. When we understand and align with it, life feels less random and more directed. Actions become intentional, opportunities resonate, and energy flows toward creation rather than distraction. Aligning with purpose opens infinite possibilities. When focus is clear, doors that once seemed closed begin to appear, often in unexpected forms. Opportunity and creativity expand exponentially when life is approached with clarity and intention. Living purposefully also enhances resilience. Challenges become lessons, mistakes become insights, and uncertainty becomes manageable because the underlying direction is clear. This alignment reduces stress and amplifies fulfillment. Examples abound. Visionaries, artists, and social leaders often describe moments when purpose guided seemingly impossible decisions, resulting in transformative outcomes. Their alignment allowed them to seize opportunities others overlooked. Ultimately, purpose is a bridge to infinite possibilities. Aligning with it allows life to unfold in ways that support growth, joy, and meaningful achievement, transforming ordinary existence into extraordinary impact. Every action, no matter how small, carries the power to create profound ripple effects. Your next decision, whether toward courage, learning, or authenticity, can change the trajectory of your life. Moments of choice are not just points in time. They are crossroads that determine direction and momentum. Even small steps can lead to massive transformations. Taking that first step to pursue a dream, confront fear, or act with integrity sends signals to both your inner self and the universe, inviting alignment and opportunity. Momentum builds from consistent, purposeful action. Life often rewards decisive movement. Those who hesitate may remain stuck in cycles of doubt, while those who act, even imperfectly, create change that compounds over time. Historical examples show that breakthroughs often follow bold, deliberate steps rather than passive waiting. Your next step also influences perception. Acting courageously strengthens confidence, builds resilience, and inspires others to support your journey. Small decisions are seeds that grow into monumental results when nurtured with intention and persistence. Ultimately, destiny is not fixed. It is created moment by moment. Every choice, every step, every act of courage and authenticity shapes the path ahead. By moving consciously and intentionally, you hold the power to redefine your future. Change is the only constant in life, yet most people resist it. Resistance creates stress, stagnation, and missed opportunities. By embracing change as a natural part of existence, we open ourselves to personal evolution and unexpected breakthroughs. Growth often happens in discomfort, where old patterns are challenged and new skills are forged. Consider someone moving to a new city for work or school. Initially, everything feels overwhelming. Strangers, new systems, unknown challenges, but each interaction, mistake, and success teaches adaptability and resilience. Those who lean into change rather than fight it develop confidence and creativity. Change also reveals hidden strengths. We often discover capabilities we didn't know we possessed, like problem-solving under pressure, emotional resilience, or the ability to inspire others. Each new environment or situation acts as a mirror, reflecting what we are capable of when pushed beyond comfort zones. Psychologists note that embracing change boosts mental flexibility and life satisfaction. People who approach change proactively are less likely to suffer from anxiety and depression because they see transitions as opportunities, not threats. This perspective transforms life's twists and turns into allies rather than enemies. Ultimately, embracing change is a deliberate choice. By accepting and leaning into it, we unlock a hidden potential, open doors to new experiences, and cultivate a mindset that transforms challenges into pathways for lasting success. Vulnerability invites connection rather than isolation. Being vulnerable also deepens self-awareness. Acknowledging our fears, insecurities, or past mistakes allows us to confront them consciously, instead of letting them dictate choices unconsciously. Emotional honesty paves the way for self-improvement and personal liberation. Even leaders and public figures rely on vulnerability. Admitting mistakes, showing empathy, and sharing personal challenges enhances credibility and inspires trust. Authenticity, born from vulnerability, resonates deeply with others, creating influence and meaningful relationships. Ultimately, vulnerability is not a flaw, it is a transformative tool. It allows us to live fully, connect deeply, and grow continuously, turning emotional openness into strength, courage, and empowerment. In a world that glorifies instant gratification, patience is often overlooked yet essential for lasting success. Progress is rarely linear, and meaningful achievements require time, consistent effort, and resilience. Mastering patience enables us to navigate life with wisdom, reducing frustration and stress. Consider an artist learning a craft. Mastery doesn't happen overnight. Each sketch, failure, and improvement builds skill and confidence. Impatience may lead to quitting or cutting corners, but patient persistence transforms small, incremental efforts into extraordinary outcomes. Patience also strengthens emotional intelligence. It teaches tolerance, empathy, and self-control. Waiting and observing before reacting allows for better decision-making, stronger relationships, and reduced conflict. Life's challenges become opportunities for learning rather than triggers for frustration. Scientific studies support this. Patient individuals tend to have higher life satisfaction, stronger problem-solving abilities, and better mental health. The ability to delay gratification consistently leads to superior outcomes in both personal and professional contexts. Ultimately, patience is not passive. It is a powerful, proactive strategy. It allows growth, preserves energy, and creates momentum over time. The path to excellence is rarely rushed, and those who embrace patience reap rewards far beyond immediate gratification. Focus is one of the most underrated skills in achieving personal and professional success. In a world filled with distractions, learning to concentrate on high-priority goals separates those who succeed from those who drift. Focus amplifies effort and multiplies results. Consider a student preparing for exams. Multitasking or splitting attention reduces retention and performance. Concentrating fully, setting clear objectives, and eliminating distractions drastically improves outcomes. Focus turns ordinary effort into exceptional results. Focus also sharpens decision-making. When the mind is clear and attention directed toward the right goals, choices become faster, smarter, and aligned with purpose. Energy isn't wasted on trivial matters, allowing momentum to accumulate. Successful entrepreneurs, scientists, and athletes often attribute achievements to their ability to sustain focus amid chaos. Whether it's innovation, training, or research, unwavering attention allows mastery and breakthrough insights to emerge. Ultimately, focus is more than productivity. It is a mindset. By training our attention, we align actions with goals, reduce wasted energy, and create a life defined by meaningful achievements rather than distractions. Stepping into the unknown is inherently uncomfortable, yet it is the gateway to discovery, growth, and extraordinary outcomes. Comfort zones offer safety, but real transformation occurs when we embrace uncertainty with courage and curiosity. Consider an individual starting a business with no guarantees. The initial fear of failure is real, but by committing to the process, learning from mistakes, and adapting, they often achieve levels of growth and freedom that would never be possible by playing it safe. Stepping into the unknown fosters resilience. Challenges and surprises teach problem-solving, patience, and creativity. Over time, uncertainty becomes less intimidating, and risk-taking becomes a tool for empowerment rather than fear. History is full of examples. Explorers, inventors, and thought leaders reached incredible milestones by daring to navigate uncharted territory. Their courage redefined possibilities for themselves and others, proving that the unknown is a fertile ground for achievement. Ultimately, embracing the unknown transforms fear into opportunity. Each step forward, no matter how uncertain, is a declaration of trust in yourself and life, opening doors to experiences and growth beyond imagination. Life inevitably presents hardships, but resilience determines how we respond. Resilient individuals don't avoid adversity. They use it as fuel for growth, learning, and personal empowerment. Curiosity drives research, experimentation, and the discovery of overlooked opportunities. Those who remain curious constantly innovate, while complacency leads to stagnation. Curiosity also strengthens problem-solving. By questioning conventional methods and seeking diverse perspectives, individuals uncover solutions others may miss. Innovation and progress are often the product of persistent inquiry and exploration. Education experts note that curiosity fosters cognitive flexibility and creativity. Lifelong learners, driven by curiosity rather than obligation, are more resilient, adaptable, and capable of navigating uncertainty with confidence. Ultimately, curiosity transforms life into a journey of discovery. It cultivates insight, expands opportunities, and keeps the mind vibrant, proving that growth and learning do not end. They evolve continuously when curiosity leads the way. Gratitude is more than a fleeting feeling. It is a practice that rewires perception and cultivates resilience. Focusing on abundance rather than lack shifts attention from problems to possibilities, fostering optimism, energy, and emotional balance. Consider maintaining a daily gratitude list. Noticing small joys, supportive colleagues, nature, or simple achievements enhances awareness of positive elements in life, increasing satisfaction and reducing stress. Small shifts in perspective accumulate to profound changes in outlook. Gratitude also strengthens relationships. Expressing appreciation to others deepens connections, builds trust, and fosters a supportive environment. Positive energy flows outward, creating cycles of collaboration, kindness, and mutual growth. Scientific studies show that gratitude improves mental health, boosts happiness, and even strengthens the immune system. Regular practice enhances neuroplasticity, making the brain more attuned to positive experiences. Ultimately, gratitude is transformative. By consciously appreciating life, we shift energy from frustration to empowerment, creating a mindset that attracts opportunities, joy, and meaningful connection. Confidence is cultivated, not innate. True self-assurance comes from competence, the knowledge, skills, and experience developed through intentional practice. Confidence without competence is fragile, but when grounded in mastery, it becomes resilient, inspiring, and magnetic. Consider a speaker preparing for a major presentation. Mastery of content, rehearsal, and preparation cultivates confidence. Nervous energy transforms into focused power, creating an impact that leaves others inspired. Competence also strengthens decision-making. Knowledgeable individuals evaluate situations accurately, anticipate challenges, and act with clarity. Confidence rooted in skill reduces hesitation and fear, allowing bolder action. Experience shows that competence builds momentum. Each successful application of knowledge reinforces self-belief, creating a virtuous cycle of growth, achievement, and expanding confidence. Ultimately, confidence is a byproduct of preparation and action. By prioritizing skill development and deliberate practice, we cultivate authentic self-assurance that empowers us to pursue bold goals with clarity and courage. Life is a journey of conscious choices, courage, and alignment with your inner truth. Every challenge, builds-up, obstacle, and moment of uncertainty carries a lesson and an opportunity for growth. By embracing awareness, authenticity, and resilience, you transform difficulties into stepping stones and create a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. I want to remind you that the power to shape your destiny lies within you. Your decisions, your courage, and your willingness to grow define the life you lead. Trust yourself, embrace change, and keep moving forward. Every step brings you closer to the life you are capable of living. If you found inspiration and guidance in this journey, don't forget to subscribe and join our community of learners and doers. By staying connected, you'll continue receiving motivation, practical lessons, and insights to unlock your full potential every single day.